Okay, so there's not many situations that makes me speechless, but this situation certainly did. Hi, I'm Liv. I'm an award-winning advocate for autism and disability awareness. So I was out on a general walk with my assistant dog, and quite often I will leave her assistant coat on just to say that she's friendly. Because my dog's a small white dog, and not every small dog, as we now know, is friendly. So this lady proceeds to come up to me and say, "Oh, you've got such a sweet dog, can I say hello?" To which my naive little brain said, "Yeah, sure, of course you can." She took one look at the coat, and then the look of the dog, and then proceeds to tell me, "Oh, it's a so-called special dog." To which I stood there going, yes, she is, she's an assistant dog. And because it says autism assistant on her coat, she took one look at me and went, "You're autistic?" And I said, yes, I am. "Why did you ask?" And proceeded to tell me that there was a cure for autism. The only reason why I did not clap back fully was because this lady was in her 80s. And I got taught to respect my elders. So my brain said to her naively, there isn't a cure for autism. Autism's a neurological disorder. To which she then proceeded to tut and roll her eyes to the back of her head, going, "There's always labels these days. There was no such thing in my day." My response back to that was, of course, no, not to I's view, which means that there weren't any in day-to-day society because we were essentially locked away. Never seen, never heard of again. And then she said the worst thing to say to somebody with autism. If it didn't get bad, it gets worse. She said, "Well, I believe in prayer for cures, so I'll pray for you." These are the times where I question my life's choices. Because everywhere I go, I feel like I have to kind of put the autism awareness hat on and be the voice for autistic people who can't verbalize. So my comment back to her was, "That's awfully kind of you, but I don't believe in prayer." Then turned round and said, "Are you an atheist then?" So I just said, "Complicated, religion's not something I like to talk about," which is true. And then she said, "That's why you got given autism. Because the devil gave it to you for not believing in Jesus." I swear to God, I've been to church every